If you guys need any grinding done in season number 5 of my team, be sure to hit up my guy Rose NBA on Twitter. 100% legit and really reliable. Be sure to go hit him up. The link to his Twitter will be in the description down below. What is going on, guys? It is your boy Bio2k, and today, man, I'm going to be bringing you guys a video talking about something that I'm going to basically beg that you guys do not do here in this game. Now, I know there's going to be people that are going to be doing this anyway, because obviously, hey, it is my team at the end of the day. You can obviously play however you want. This is going to be for a lot of people that are kind of iffy on what to do when it comes to the NBA 75th collections. Now, we obviously have not seen, when you go through the game, we don't know who's going to be who, except for the 2010s and the 2000s. On Twitter, the My Team page did actually run a poll. Now, with this poll, they did obviously do, with the poll they obviously did, we do actually know the winners of the first two, which is going to be a little interesting here. I'm going to show you guys on the screen right away here. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to show you guys right here, okay? So for the 2000s, the very first, award, or I don't want to say award winner, but the very first lock-in is going to be Dwight Howard for the 2000s, okay? 2000s, I mean, I actually, out of these four options, I personally think Dwight Howard was the best. That's the one I voted for. You guys can see I do think Dwight Howard is the best and everything like that. Mainly because I think they're going to give him a 3-ball, and with Dwight Howard being a, center that is very athletic, really good on defense, he's going to rebound the ball very well. They give him that 3-ball. I mean, the reason why, by the way, because I know people are going to be like, oh, well, why would he need a 3-ball? If you look at the collection, he needs to be better than the players in the collection, which I think he by far is. That's not even in question. When you get to this one, this is when it gets a little interesting. Now, before anyone's like, oh, why did you vote for Klay Thompson? Clay's my guy, okay? I'm voting for Klay no matter what. It is what it is. Anyway, Klay Thompson, though, does win this poll, obviously. Very close between him. Well, I don't want to say very close, but it is between him and Zion. Obviously, I know there's a whole thing going on where people wanted to vote different ways, whatever. My whole thing is this, right? When it comes to locking in these sets, again, the biggest thing is you have to determine whether or not the player you are locking in for is better than the players in the actual set. Now, Klay Thompson has proven to be very, very good so far this year. Obviously, everybody already knows this. Klay has been one of those guys that has been very elite. I don't think there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He has been very solid. Now, looking at the 2010s collection here, Chris Paul, obviously is relatively cheap. Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, those three guys are already bids. You're already going to be spending a good amount of MT there. Steph Curry is actually pretty expensive still. Kawhi is going to be, actually Kawhi's price probably dropped a little bit with the new one coming out, but Giannis still holds value, and then you do have Harden and Russell Westbrook, which whatever. So Klay is honestly, looking at this, the only person that can play the two that I think would compete with Klay is Kawhi, but with there being a new, Kawhi out, I don't think that Kawhi really even competes. So Klay obviously being the lock-in really isn't all that bad, but I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I still do not think it is worth locking in at all. The reason why is because the MT that you're going to be spending to lock in this card, you could probably spend to get a badged out version of this Klay Thompson. With the way that this game works, and again, I think the thing that people overlook a lot is that if you just look at a lot of these cards, of course, none of these are badged up, but like a one like this, right? So Klay Thompson, 21 Hall of Fame badges kind of going through here. You guys can see he has Chef on him and some other good badges, actually. A lot of what it is really is, you're going to be using a Klay and locking in for a Klay that is going to basically play the exact same as this one is going to. The stats really can't be all that different. Just looking at this Klay, this one already has 99.3, 99 mid, 92 close shot, which is obviously all good. The free throw, again, I tell you guys, it's all based on thresholds, where if a player already passes a certain threshold, it really doesn't matter. You're already going to be looking, the player's already going to play a certain way, and it's not really going to change all that much. The driving dunk could be higher, which, I guess if you're going to lock in a Klay for driving dunk, then there you go. You could do that. But the steal's already a 97, the perimeter's already a 97, the block, the interior, that's both already really good for a shooting guard. Speed's already pretty good. The lateral quickness is already really good. And again, this is all without a shoe boot, or without a coach boost and the floor general boost and all that sort of stuff. So looking at this Klay, there really isn't already anything you can do that's going to make this next Klay so much better to make it worth locking in tons of MT when you can literally just buy this Klay Thompson and be able to sell him whenever you want. Now, the thing is, too, is this clay already does come with all the SIGs that you're going to need on a card. Like, that's the thing when it comes down to, is that this Klay Thompson is already as good as it really could be. His jump shot's good. I actually, you know, I do want to see, I'm going to go to 2KDB here, because that's the only thing that maybe could make this clay worth it, is if his jump shot is not on quick already. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to look at his animations. His jump shot is on quick. So he already has shifty. He already has release timing on quick. I mean, I guess you can give him the Scotty behind the back. Like, that's like the only thing I guess you could really do. But other than that, like, there really is no incentive to locking in tons of MT just for a Klay Thompson that is already in the game. If I'm being completely honest, there's really no point to doing that. I mean, obviously people can feel any type of way that they want. Me personally, I mean, the prices right now are kind of low because of them announcing like the, you know, lock-ins and everything like that. But as far as this goes, I just don't think it's worth it. Even looking at the 2010s right here, you have Melo, you have Tim Duncan, you got Kobe. Kobe's probably the only one that's going to hold value. If I'm being completely honest, the 75th Kobe probably the only one that holds any type of value. He is a bid. That one actually has some additional Hoff sign. That's probably why. But, I mean, the only other opal is going to be Carmelo Anthony, and I do think even with Melo being a thing, like, that's still not a whole lot of value, right? Like, you could probably lock in this Dwight Howard for relatively cheap, but even at the end of the day, like, what would actually be the point of locking in this Dwight Howard? You know what I mean? Like, Dwight Howard is cool. I mean, there's a lot of good cards in here. Like, obviously, like, you know, Wade is pretty solid. Jason Kidd's whatever, but, like, you know, you have Ray Allen, I guess. Like, I just don't see the point of locking in all of these cards. Dwight Howard may be awesome. You know, honestly, like, he's probably going to be one of the more elite cards in this game, but it's like, you could literally just go ahead and, you know, pick up a guy like Embiid, who is already one of the best bigs in the game. You could pick up a guy like, where is he? I don't know. Wilt Chamberlain. There's obviously still the Anthony Davis option. There's also the, what's his name? Kareem is going to be coming out soon. Like, I feel like there's so many options already that haven't even it's just already kind of proving why these lock-ins are just not going to be worth it at all. Now, again, I know people are going to be able to do, you know, you guys do whatever you want. I'm just here giving you guys a tip that I just don't think that these 75th collections are worth doing. Like, I think this is going to be, like, I think the overall idea of the 75th sets were a good idea, but it kind of reminds me, honestly, of going all the way back to 2K17 with the Charles Barkley thing, where you had to lock in every single Team USA set and then lock in all the Team USA players to get Barkley. It was millions of MT that just took you right to one card that was basically already outdated. Now, again, Klay is going to be really good. Dwight Howard is going to be really good. I'm sure for the 90s, we're going to see probably like, I don't know, maybe like an MJ. I know MJ's in the set, but like I don't know, like maybe a Hakeem for the 90s. Maybe that's probably what we'll get, a Hakeem for the 90s. 80s can be, I honestly don't even know. Like, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I wish honestly that they were worth it, but I mean, the 2000s maybe. I could kind of see in a way how this one could be somewhat worth it. The cards are really cheap. You're still going to be locking in a good amount of MT, but like, all right, the cards are relatively cheap, so, I mean, it maybe costs you $500-600K to lock in for Dwight. All right, fine. But 2010s, I mean, between AD, KD, LeBron, Giannis, you know what I mean? Like, you're already looking at, you know, a good amount of MT that you're going to have to spend. I mean, Giannis is back. Oh, no, that one had 20 Hall of Fames on it. So Giannis is actually a buy now, but you're still sitting at that 100K mark. So, I mean, right out the gate, you're looking at 100K here. You're looking at probably 200 here, probably 300 here. So that's 600K. So then, I mean, obviously then you have Chris Paul, you have Curry, you have Kawhi. That's probably another 100K. So that's like, you know, and then you have like LeBron, you have like Harden and Westbrook or whatever. So you're probably looking at like 700 to 800K probably, you know, I mean, like that's just a ton of MT when you could literally just spend that, buy a Clay and not have to lock anything in. I mean, you guys let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Me personally, I just do not think that this is worth it whatsoever. And again, the time I'm recording this, I'm recording this ahead of time because I am going to be on vacation. So they could have actually announced the other rewards already. I have no idea, but I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, peace.